I'm holding a magazine cover of a magazine with very good potential. It's been disappointing over the last few issues. Liberty is the magazine of religious freedom. It often has intricate articles that strike a balance or attempt to between religious liberty and governance. And this is the problem. Balance is almost never deserved in the realm of liberty. And striking balances means curtailing liberty. And so one article in this latest issue is about freedom of religion in classrooms. And one sentence that deserves to be scrutinized is where they claim the trick is to strike the proper balance between the increasingly conflicting interests of parents and educators. Ladies and gentlemen, a real educator who's following the wishes of parents has no conflict. Parents are asking educators to teach subjects effectively. The conflicts that are building up in many public schools and even some private schools come when educators go outside of those bounds. Okay, their job description is getting violated. And unfortunately, some school boards and even some parent groups agree to these violations. Let's talk about falsities in American history. Let's talk about the impending doom from climate change, where your seas are going to rise 3 feet in the next 5 years. These are alarmists who are going outside the bounds that almost any parent group would be assessing. So I have a solution that voids the need for balancing. Don't balance. Just let parents control the schools the way they want, and allow that to be at times a narrow group of parents who maybe want their middle schoolers suffused in climate change theory. But the majority, and there'll be many schools for them, will have different regimens that they want to teach. I think most will relish back to basics, where it's basic English, basic math, basic science, truthful sciences. Some will want kids to flourish more in the arts or sports. Nutrition might be a big element of a middle schooler's education. Others will say, we don't want that. Some parents might want sex ed in middle school. Some parents want sex ed with values, some will not. As long as parents can control the curriculum and educators are dedicated to learning within those bounds, you have no need to be uncomfortably balancing. Everyone is on the right track. All right, does the government have a responsibility to take people off of a track that it thinks is wrong? I don't think so. Because government bureaucrats are then stamping their own values where it shouldn't be. Okay? Let government bureaucrats assess the effectiveness, perhaps, of whether schools are doing the jobs that they're entrusted to. Now, I think standardized tests do that a lot better, and parent reviews and student reviews do that probably even better than that. So there's very little need for government oversight and almost no need for government regulation, pushing legal and illegalization of anything educational. That leaves very little need for public schools. Maybe funding of public schools where parents have the choice of how or how many dollars would go, but the curriculum, the mission, get the government out, and then the balancing becomes irrelevant. I am Mark Stewart.